Hello and welcome to IELTS Helping Hand. I hope you all are doing great. In this video, we're going to discuss the Journal Training IELTS Writing Test in detail. The Journal Training IELTS Writing Test is 60 minutes long. There are two writing tasks and both must be completed. In task 1, you have to respond to a situation by writing a letter of at least 150 words. It could be a formal letter or semi-formal letter or informal letter. The situations test takers are asked to write about are common everyday ones. For example, writing to a friend about your trip, or writing to a new employer about any job-related problem, or writing to your teacher or professor about an assignment, and so on. Task 1 question will guide the test taker about what kind of information he or she must include in his or her response by providing 3 bullet points along the given situation. On your screens, you can see an example of writing task 1 of Journal Training IELTS Writing. Let's read it. You should spend about 20 minutes on this task. You recently bought a piece of equipment for your kitchen, but it did not work. You phoned the shop, but no action was taken. Write a letter to the shop manager. In your letter, describe the problem with the equipment. Explain what happened when you phoned the shop. Say what you will like the manager to do. Write at least 150 words. You do not need to write any addresses. Begin your letter as follows: Dear Sir or Madam. Now, as we discussed earlier, in task 1, the question will guide you what kind of information you should add in your response. So, these bullet points will help you. Test takers' style of writing depends upon who they are asked to write. For example, if you are writing to a friend, your style should be more informal, like you will use contractions. In the case of writing to a teacher or your manager, it should be more formal or semi-formal. There is no need to include any addresses in your formal, semi-formal or informal letter. Test takers should not spend more than 20 minutes on this task because IELTS writing task 1 is worth only about 33% of your total writing marks. Moreover, you should try to write at least 150 words and will be penalized if you fail to do so. You will not be penalized for writing more than 150 words, but you should remember that a longer task 1 answer may mean that you have less time to spend on task 2, which contributes twice as much to the writing band score. Test takers should also note that they will be penalized for not writing their response in fully connected sentences. This means that you should write in the form of paragraphs and should avoid using bullets in any part of your response. You will also lose marks if your response is off topic. Separate answer sheets will be provided to record your task 1 and task 2 responses. Be extra vigilant while writing your answers and record task 1 response on the task 1 answer sheet only, and vice versa. In case of any mistake, immediately inform your invigilator and he or she will guide you accordingly. This task checks if you are able to write a letter which is well organized and appropriate in its style. You will also be assessed on your ability to express needs, likes, dislikes, your opinions, and how well you can provide or ask for journal factual information depending on the task type. Now, Task 2 of Journal Training IELTS Writing Test. In Task 2 of Journal Training IELTS Writing Test, the candidate has to write an essay of minimum 250 words. You will be given a point of view or an argument or a problem which you need to discuss. You should carefully organize and record your response in the form of connected text. Use relevant examples to support your point of views. Task 2 contributes about 66% in your final writing band score. IELTS recommend you to spend no more than 40 minutes on task 2. You will be penalized for plagiarism, so please don't memorize essays from internet. Journal training essay questions are often easier than academic questions and topics are of journal interest, such as how environmental problems can be solved, or whether smoking should be banned in public places, and so on. This task tests if you can write a clear, relevant, well-organized argument, give examples to support your ideas, and use language accurately. You will lose marks if your response is off topic. There is no limit for maximum words, but a longer task 2 response may mean that you will make more grammatical mistakes or you will need more vocabulary words. So it's better to stick between 270 to 280 words. Now, on your screens you can see an example of writing task 2 of Journal Training IELTS Writing Test. Let's read it. You should spend about 40 minutes on this task. Write about the following topic. This topic is your essay question. So let's read it. Some people think that it is better to educate boys and girls in separate schools. Others, however, believe that boys and girls benefit more from attending mixed schools. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Now, this topic is a discussion essay. Basically, there are 5 different type of essays, but I will not discuss them in this video, otherwise it will only confuse you. I will make a separate video on that topic and will discuss each type of essay in detail, so stay tuned. Now, we will discuss how task 1 and task 2 will be assessed by the certified IELTS examiner. Each task is assessed independently and scores are reported in whole and half bands. There are 4 marking criteria for task 1 and task 2, of which 3 are same. So, let's discuss them in detail. First marking criterion for task 1 is task achievement. This assesses how accurately, relevantly, and appropriately the response fulfills the requirements given in the task. They also check the word count of your response, and if it is less than 150 words, it will adversely affect your task 1 scores. Similarly, if you skip any given bullet point of the question in your letter, this will limit your task achievement score to band 6. In short, in task achievement, the examiner checks how well your letter achieves its purpose. First marking criterion for task 2 is task response. Task 2 requires test takers to develop a position in relation to a question or statement. Task response includes how well you develop your argument in response to the task. Ideas should be supported by examples. Response should be at least 250 words in length, otherwise you will lose marks. Second marking criterion for both tasks is coherence and cohesion. This assesses how clear and fluent your writing is and how you organize your ideas and information. Coherence refers to the linking of ideas through logical sequencing, and cohesion refers to the appropriate use of cohesive devices like linking words, conjunctions, and pronouns. Third criterion for both tasks is lexical resources. Lexical resources assesses the range of vocabulary you have used and how accurately and appropriately you use them. Last criterion is grammatical range and accuracy. This refers to the range and accurate use of grammar in your response. So, if your target is to score maximum in this criterion, try to use variety of sentence structures in your response. Now, let's do a quick overview. The journal training IELTS writing test is 60 minutes long and is consist of 2 tasks, 1 and 2. In task 1, you have to write a letter. It should be of at least 150 words. The letter could be formal, semi-formal or informal. Your writing style should be according to the type of letter. You should not spend more than 20 minutes on your task 1 as it contributes about 33% in your total score of IELTS writing. Then comes task 2. In task 2 of journal training IELTS writing test, you have to write an essay of at least 250 words. You can write more words, but you should write at least or minimum 250 words, otherwise, you will lose marks. Use examples to support your arguments or point of views. This task contributes about 66% in your total writing band score. So you should at least spend 40 minutes on this task. There are 4 marking criteria for task 1 and task 2. First criterion is different for both tasks, but the next 3 criteria are same for both. First marking criterion for task 1 is task achievement, and first criterion for task 2 is task response. Then come coherence and cohesion, lexical resources, and lastly grammatical range and accuracy. That's all for today. If you have any queries, please comment below and I will definitely answer them. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Good luck.